Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bill Breaking Fix with your raw coders, Tanesh and Tori today. How are you feeling, Tori?
Feeling pretty good. How about you, Tanesh?
Yeah, feeling good, man. Yeah, we hardly get to the show together, so yeah,
I
it'll be
know.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
One last hurrah.
yeah, one last hurrah.
And I was trying to figure out, how do I
hmm
spell that? How do I spell hurrah?
hmm I think it's Hoorah, right? I think
That's
so.
what my autocomplete told me.
Okay,
Just listen to it.
sounds right. Where's Zanus? Zane is, I think he's busy tonight, so yeah, so Tori jumped in. Thanks for that, Tori.
Absolutely.
Um, so I'll just run the acknowledgement of the country first.
I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today.
Um, okay, and I'll chuck on some music as well. What are you thinking today, Tori? What sort of music? You want to pick a letter, or do you want to just choose a music? What are you
How
feeling?
about T for Tanesh?
Okay, it's it'll be rock again.
Oh, no. All right, rock it up. Rock and roll.
Mhm.
That's a
Uh,
tasty riff.
okay, so you're probably more up to date than I am. What have we got today?
Let's see. Yesterday, we were ended the show by we were about to test the WebSocket ping pong like heartbeat implementation, and
hmm
Zane was about to deploy it, but then it was already late, so we just saved it.
Okay. Okay, so you
But
guys already.
if you
Oh,
if you want to, we could take today and do something else if you want. It could be wild, man.
um, I have nothing in mind, so um, I am very interested as to how GegDev did those attacks, though. If I
You
don't
want to
know if
look
you.
into that then?
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. That's interesting.
That's very interesting to me. But yeah,
Hey,
um,
Gekdev, by the way,
yeah. Hey, Gekta.
thanks for joining.
Is that side up right now, Tori?
I believe it is down, but I'm not sure. I think Zane said it was down.
Okay.
Let's see.
Screen.
Yeah, it's down. Maybe he just put the bucket to private or something, or unshared it. I don't know.
Maybe. Um, I can't even share my screen, Tori, because of that issue that Zane and I have being on the Mac.
Oh, Zane managed to fix it. I don't know how though.
Yeah, you just have to restart so you have to go into settings and then untick it, tick it back, and then restart Google Chrome. I can do that if you like, or did you want to
Up to
share
you.
screen?
If you want to share your screen, you want to do it, go for it. I'm happy either way.
Okay. In that case, give me 1 second.
Sure. I'll wait for Mac. So when are you heading out on Wednesday? Is that your last show?
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
That'll be my last show.
Nice.
I heard you're planning to do a stream on your own. Is that correct, Tori? Or maybe it's too much.
Maybe sometime later, but I'm not planning anything in the near term.
Okay. Will it be, if you're thinking
I will
about it?
definitely invite you on, though.
Okay. I'll be glad to come on, man. Will it be same sort of style, building a project, or?
Probably just like if I was gonna have a show,
Mhm.
if then I don't know. I would probably just do different formats, just like different. Maybe one day building a small project. Maybe there's a bigger project. But I don't think I would continuously build like a very large project. I'd probably just do like lots of little stuff, or just have fun talking or making jokes or something like that. Just not take it too seriously, but also get to like meet people and learn stuff. That sounds fun to me.
Yeah, sounds cool. I think this is... Okay, give me 1 sec, I'll be back.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
It's me. It's open. These guys need to give me permission. I'm still a guest. Wow, this thing takes forever then.
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
I entertained the crowd while you were gone.
Oh, did you? What did you do?
The huge crowd. I don't know. I just stare at the screen. Be quiet. Observe a moment of silence.
Nice. So maybe we can put the site up first. I think that
Sure.
maybe is
Yeah, I think the pen tester is here.
pen tester.
Yeah, I think the pen tester is here, so they can help us out the pen testing.
Who's the pen tester?
Special audience member.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is very interesting. You mentioned something about like what do you think it could be, right?
I have some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I have some on the front end. Usually, one of the most common ways is using like the inner HTML method. So setting the using inner HTML to set some, like, attach something to the DOM, right? So that's where, like, if you're not extremely careful with that method, then it's very easy to exploit. because you can just take a script and attach that script tag to the DOM, and then it will be executed if you've just written a malicious script that's running, or a non-malicious one, whatever. Like, doesn't always have to be for nefarious purposes, but yeah, usually that's like a common exploitation. I think I'm not super experienced on security or anything. My knowledge is quite limited, but from what I understand, in a framework like React, for instance, a lot of that stuff is handled for you in the framework so that like you don't accidentally do it. And actually in React, if you want to use inner HTML, like the method inner HTML, then they actually call it dangerously set inner HTML. So it's called dangerously, yeah.
Interesting.
Because they want you to know, like, you sure you're doing this?
Oh, wow.
So here we're using jQuery, and I am not entirely certain, but jQuery might have some vulnerabilities in it, or there's something we're doing too that we can look through our code to see where we're using this inner HTML, or I don't know if there's other like easy like attack surfaces for like just doing a simple XSS attack like from a DOM method, but I know inner HTML is one of those. And then on the back end, which is something I've never actually done because I usually just work on front end, but that would be like sanitizing the back end, right? With maybe some sanitization library so that when you're getting some like post, put, delete requests, whatever it is, to the back end to store in the database, or in our case, like also with the WebSockets, when we're sending messages from one client to another client, then we want to make sure that any of that is not some malicious stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how Geknev was exactly doing this, if he was actually like creating notes and then saving them in DynamoDB, or if he was just simply like using the WebSockets to just create a note, and then every other client is getting it, and then it's like running that script tag when you get it. But essentially, it's a script tag.
Okay.
Are you familiar at all with XSS?
No.
Cross-site scripting?
No.
Oh, I should have prefaced that then. I'm not super like, I don't know that much, but it's pretty common vulnerability. But basically, and there's like different names for the different like methods or like targets of the attack, but one, like the way he's doing it is basically like if you go to, let's see if we can reproduce it, actually that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So let's hope Gekdev doesn't come and crash our browsers. Could you test 1, 2, 3? So I'm gonna go to the same board too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then let's see if I can send you a. I'm gonna create a new note on my end. Oh, that's weird. Why am I getting access forbidden?
On test 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I need the index. Okay, never mind. Index.html, comma. Oh, okay. Index. Okay, I should be on the board page. Huh. Can you send me the link to the board?
You're getting
Also
access
type-
tonight?
No, I'm getting nothing. I'm getting a blank board page without a name.
Really? Okay, put it in the chat.
Test 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay, I should be in. So I just created a note.
Okay.
And you can see it. Just says hi, Dinesh.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So, is this gonna work? I don't know. I don't know how to do this, but let's say I see this.
Oh, okay.
So let's say I sent something. I don't know if this is, obviously it didn't work because it would have created that alert message, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is,
yeah.
so like, there's probably another way to write it so that maybe this is executable, because maybe the way I have it right now is not. But that's kind of like the basics of it. And then you don't have to write an alert. Like you could do like, you know, what happened to you guys the other day? You got redirected. So you could do like window location history and then like update your browser's like window history and then like have you go to the site or something.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
How did he like? Yeah. I don't know what did he do to make it? So it executed as well. You know what I mean? Like, is it? Yeah. Yeah. What you were saying is a bit complex. Do you know like what he would have done like additionally? Or have any idea?
I'm assuming he did something along these lines, but
Okay.
maybe he, but maybe there's another way that actually makes the script executable. I'm not 100% certain on that. Or if maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look. I'd actually have to look it up. Too bad I didn't save it, because like the other day when he did this like fart attack, I was
Yeah.
looking in the WebSocket messages in the dev tools, in the Chrome dev tools, and I could see the text on the note was a script tag with like dot 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 dot, and then like new audio, which is like the way you create a new audio object, and then it
Okay.
was like playing from like some wave file, like online, some wave repository, fart sounds.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's probably actually on YouTube, but I don't know if you can see my screen or not on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you sent us the video, I did see that fart dot wave, and I did see that file.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you're on the right track. Like it's probably not far off, like what you're saying. Make script.
Yeah. So for instance, here's like a list of like different payloads you can try to like execute an attack. There's also resources on the bottom that are useful too for like preventing them.
Oh, okay. Cross-site scripting vulnerability.
Yeah. And I think this one in particular would be called DOM-based, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I think it's called DOM-based.
Okay.
But like say too, let's say somebody who's a naughty, like a bad person, right? They made notes, they saved them to the database, right? And then when somebody loads the notes on from when they go to the boards page, it executes these scripts, and then it says like, oh, like one of the simpler ways and easier ways is like execute a script, and then it like goes to some website, and then that website is like malicious, and then it like steals like shit from your browser, maybe a cookie or something, or
yes,
or,
yep. Yeah, I get what you mean.
But like, yeah, if it was on like a banking website, let's say for instance, like they could even run a script that could send a payload to like their API or something if they're silly, and then like maybe log your password or your username or whatever.
True. Interesting. Do you listen to Darknet Diaries, by the way?
What is it?
Darknet Diaries?
No, that sounds interesting though.
It's a podcast about like they talk about basically, security vulnerabilities and things that happen in IT or on the internet, like where somebody has like kind of exploited the system or to get information, that sort of thing. It's a very interesting podcast.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. You think if we saved it? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's try saving it and then see if you reload it, if it executes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nothing. No alert.
Well, but something that's actually an issue is that some of the notes disappear. If you notice.
I know
Yeah.
that's the saving issue.
Yeah, that's something that's really worth looking into, I think.
Yeah, I think yeah. Well, that's another show, man. You'll have to come back. Well, that's interesting though, because now those script tags actually got removed.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, that's why I just wanted to do it again to see. Oh, that's an issue. But anyways, the script tag did disappear. Yeah, that's very interesting.
What if I'm wondering if I do this. I finish, and then script, and then we save this.
Are you saving it?
I did. I don't know. Hopefully it's saved.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it didn't save. So
Yeah.
Let me see if I can dig up on YouTube
Yeah.
how that, or actually if we look in DynamoDB, I wonder if any of the notes are saved with those tags on it.
True.
I don't know which board it was though.
It should be. Oh, yeah. That's. Oh, yeah. That's true.
Keyword is fart, so that's what I looked for.
First, let me look at this one. Yeah, it removes the script part of it. I wonder why.
Maybe jQuery does some of it, or maybe DynamoDB. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to the YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can track it down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like I said though, I don't know if I showed it on my screen. Zane was having a good time though.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, I think I will be able to see it. Almost there.
Okay.
No, I think I got there. Oh, here we go, yeah. So yeah, all it was yeah, it's just him creating a card in the WebSocket. If you want, I'll send you this with the time.
Okay.
Start at, yeah, there we go. Okay, and there. So you can see there in the YouTube the text that he's got in the note when he creates a card, and it is a script tag.
Let me put the quality.
It says script console log. Oh, he changed console log to be equal to a function. Oh, because he's trying to just remove any console log ability or something. Oh, so he's running jQuery on a particular, on the ID of the card that was created. No, he's hiding. Oh, he's hiding the card.
Oh,
Display none.
yes. Yeah,
And then-
yeah.
And then it's the new audio part. That's like the audio API from the browser.
Oh, okay.
That is just playing it. And there's nothing else special about the script tag. It's very simple.
Interesting. Okay.
So I don't know why our script tag is not working.
Hiding the card, and then why is he doing these two things though? Console log equals to function and console clear.
I think to console clear, I think it's to mess with your dev tools so that you can't log or clear the console, is my guess.
Oh, okay.
Is my guess, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But if you have like preserve log in your dev tools, then that does nothing. Like it won't clear your preserved log in your console, which I always have that on. So I was like, yeah, that's why I can see what's going on.
What did you? Where's that? Where's the preserve logs thing? You've had it
If you go to the
here.
console and then you preserve log, if you go to DevTools and there's an option to select preserve log.
Where do you
Just
mean?
like on console. So if do you have an option? Yeah, there you go. Preserve log. Yeah, go to settings. Yeah, that drop. Yeah, preserve
Oh,
log.
okay. So we did console log equals to. Mm-hmm.
The other thing he could have been doing is just, are all the IDs of the card the same? Yeah, so if you look at the video, all the card IDs are the same. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could also just be sending these directly through Postman or something, just like the object,
Oh, okay.
or PySocket or something. So we could try that too.
You think it'd make a difference? Yeah, let's try it. But
Maybe because maybe when you type the note, like maybe jQuery does some sanitization of the input. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not super familiar with jQuery.
Yeah, neither am I. Okay. This is obviously. We need the. I'll just get it off screen. Zane probably wouldn't be too pleased that we're looking into this on show, I would say.
Really?
Because in in case somebody else kind of copies GegDev.
Oh, well, so far so good. Maybe it's a good time because it's Friday night.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully we find out and can fix it soon, and then nobody else will be able to do it.
Yeah, well, I think ultimately it'll have to happen via the back end because there's no way of somebody not using the back end to just send like there's no validation for the WebSocket, right?
Mhm.
So like anybody can just open up the WebSocket and just start sending messages. If they're already just, all they have to do is just connect to the board via the browser. That'll save their connection ID, right, in the browser, and then you just start sending messages either through the console or just like through like PiSocket or whatever, or like a tool like a penetration tool.
Mhm.
I'm sure
Yeah.
a bot can do the same thing.
Probably, yeah. Hmm. Send. So we need. I'll just try get for a sec. Okay. We need post, right? Post. Oops.
Hey, could you do me a favor, Thanesh, and just create a new card?
Oh, just on the board?
Yeah, all you have to do is just create one. I think it'll send me a message.
Send you a message.
Yeah, through the console. I mean, it'll like, I think I'll get a message in my console if you just create a note.
Okay.
Maybe your WebSocket timed out?
On the same board?
Yeah. I'm thinking I'll get a message and then I can just copy that. Yeah, I did. Okay, thank you. Yep.
Okay.
All right, now I can just like basically send this create card like GegDev did. Okay.
Through Postman?
I think I can just actually send it through the console because I know the function to dispatch the message, which is called dispatch message, which will send the WebSocket, and I'm already connected to the WebSocket.
Okay.
So I just need to copy this.
Can I have a look, Tori, if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey, let me share my screen here. All right. Go big time. All right. Can you allow my screen?
Yep. Okay, sure.
Okay. So when you created that card, I got this note logged to my console because I guess we're logging these. And then here is the data that got logged, which is the action is create card, and the data is the card data, right, with no text, right? So I'm just gonna copy this object, and then I'm gonna go take that object, and I'm gonna write that script. Alert. I finish. All right, because I'm polite. Unless you want some farts. All right, let's say let all right, let's save that. What happened? Oh no.
Unexpected identifier.
Okay, yeah. I'm missing this right here.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Still no.
Can you do two different types of quotation in JavaScript? Like do one with one and then the other one with two. It's not confused.
I think that might be the reason. Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that saved it. Great. All right, now dispatch, WebSocket message. I don't remember what the parameters are. Let me look in my dispatch, WebSocket message, action with a message. And it will get the board ID for me, so I think this should work without me doing anything because we have the action. Oh, but we don't have the, okay, so this actually needs to get changed to from data to message, I think, in this card. I think this has to be message.
Oh, okay. What is it? Okay. It's okay.
And then let's try sending this card. See if that actually works.
Oh wow, yeah, it works. That is cool.
You got high finesse?
Yeah, I did.
And I don't because it's not sent to me.
Weird thing is that I'll just share my screen for 1 second, and you'll see what I got.
Cool. I'll send another one.
You see, I got this whole thing though. Unknown action. Interesting.
Oh, so that's different then.
Oh, it's different?
Yeah. Unknown action. Huh. So it didn't work then. It didn't say high finesse.
It sent the whole thing. But I think you're on the right track, right, Tori? Like you, that dispatch, the WebSocket that you're using, that seems like it's on the right lines.
Yeah. Okay, let me look. I'll look back at the code again. Then I gotta figure out what this message should look like. I thought it would look the same as I send it, but I don't remember the code.
Share your screen.
So this is getting used probably a lot. So here's default. Oh, maybe the action is supposed to be default then. All right, where's the one? This is delete. So this is delete card. All right, this is edit a card. This is edit a card. And this is create a card. So the action is not. Oh, so there's an action inside the I think I kept this because of what was already there, the existing code, and I think this worked for some reason that I can't remember with the existing code. So inside here we have the message, and that's where we want that action with the data. So the action in here inside the message body is create card, and then the data is the data for the note to be created. And then when you receive that, that's basically going to get looped through the code on the other side and create the card with that data.
Oh, okay. Think I get what you mean.
Because this is being, I create a card, it sends a message.
Yeah.
I kept the data the same so that when it gets received on the other side by you, for instance, then it's basically going to run this function with the information from data, which is ID, text, the X, Y position, the rotation of the card, the color, and the type, which I think is sticky note or something else. And then it just basically creates that card right there for you somewhere yeah, I don't know. It does something else with this, I think, which is why I kept it. Because I think this send action maybe does something. I don't remember. It's been a while. This was already here. This stuff was already here. Oh, here's the function I was looking for. So this function up here, draw new card, this was already here. This like basically creates the new card in the DOM that you see with the text and all the stuff that came from the parameters.
Okay.
So I think I just need to modify that again because it was actually just fine the way it was with the data, the action. Okay. And then in the unexpected identifier again. Action. Okay, this should be data. There we go. Hopefully that. Wow. Oh, it did save it. Okay. And then dispatch. And then here is the action, which is default, I guess. And then let's see if this works. Missing. Oh, I'm silly. This is. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So curly brace. And then this is the message. This has the action and the data on it, so that should be okay. All right, did anything happen to you?
Yes, it did. And exactly, it's correct now.
Cool.
Wow. Okay, that is awesome.
Isn't that fun though?
Yeah,
I can imagine all the things you can do.
That's sick. Yeah.
You could probably send a script to mine Bitcoin on your like browser right there.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, how did he, or how would somebody know though? Like,
you just test. That's what pen testing is about. You just have your tools, right? And then you just press the buttons and do different options, and maybe it runs through a whole list of stuff that is trying to escape characters or something. Because let's say you wrote your own like sanitization function to say, hey, like if somebody sends a script tag, remove it. Well, there's probably like other ways too to escape like your method of trying to remove it, and then they can just like circumvent it and get it working again, or some other vulnerability. So that's why there's like sanitization libraries for this type of thing, where like it's a whole library of basically like trying to remove any malicious code when it's sent in the server, right? When it's received by the server.
Like you're saying, it will look through your code to see.
Basically, it'll basically look through the message. Yeah, like it'll look through the data that it received in the back end, and then it will go through it and sanitize it, basically removing any malicious code that or whatever else somebody could be trying to do. But I've actually never used it because I don't do like back end stuff. But imagine if somebody too, like they saved, I don't know if DynamoDB does anything by default, but imagine if you save something in DynamoDB, like a whole script.
Yeah.
In a note. Like, I think you have 400 kilobytes per note. Like, you could run like a whole application in there.
True. Yeah, true. Tori, like with what you just did, like, does it have to be only run in the console, or could you do it like on a node, like tied to, like, what I mean is directly creating it here? It has to be only done on the node, right? Or
so it looks like when you write on a note, then I think I didn't write like the whole front end, so I don't know, but the node is created with jQuery and another jQuery library. So I'm assuming that the library kind of handles some sanitization for you. Like the front end library, like React, for instance, is the framework. Like that'll handle like sanitization of inputs, from what I understand, for you. Like you don't really have to think about it, but of course there's always like new vulnerabilities that could pop up and have to be patched or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did notice in the code though that board header.
Board header?
The board header, the name of the board. If you look at the client side code, I don't know if you have the and if you go to line if you go to line 53, you'll see that is using inner HTML. So let's say you in the console you can actually change the implementation of this function, right? In the console. Because this function is available globally.
So you're saying you would do something like...
So like, let's say you wrote a script.
Yeah.
And then this is getting the board ID and get board by ID. Okay, so it's getting the name of the board. So actually, this could be funny. If you change the name of the board in DynamoDB or something to be like a script tag, when it sets inner HTML, like you can run that script tag right away.
Get board name, board ID. Oh wait.
I think this is
Oh,
getting the board ID from DynamoDB, is what I'm assuming, or the board name by the board ID, and then it's setting that in the board
yes.
heading, which is the title of the board. So
Yeah.
anytime you use this inner HTML, that's when you can be incredibly vulnerable to these like XSS attacks.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, it will change the board name, right? To
Do we
like,
have that functionality? I don't know if we do.
if we have what functionality?
If we created a new board and named it like script tag, blah, 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 alert, hi Tori or hi Finesh, I wonder if it'll run that alert when you load the board page. The question is whether DynamoDB will do anything for you.
Oh, okay, that's cool. We can quickly test that now, I guess. So that's about it, right?
And then when you load it, like it should go get the board by the ID and set that board name. But it didn't run it, huh? It didn't run it.
Yeah, it didn't run it.
Well, I think there is a way with inner HTML is like, if I remember correctly, is like pretty easy to exploit.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
not really sure myself, but this is the board here. Why do I not see the board name? Did it not save? Not sure. Do I need to this board?
Huh. I wonder if DynamoDB did some escaping of the characters or something somehow.
Maybe.
Because I'm like reading an article and it seems like that should work. Unless there was a tiny typo we didn't notice.
Okay.
It's gonna be all these script tags in DynamoDB. So, maybe DynamoDB does something.
Maybe.
But you can't find that board in DynamoDB?
No, I couldn't actually.
That's weird. Cannot read.
I don't know why I can't save it either. The password's correct.
Did you reading send? Dispatch WebSocket message is not valid. That's weird. Did you refresh your page or something? Maybe. Clear the. Did you close the dev tools?
It shouldn't make a difference, right? I mean,
I wonder if you accidentally like changed some function.
This is on the live page though.
No, I mean well, you can override them in the console.
Oh, you mean like that? Oh, I'll go on incognito then, and then let's see.
Well, if you close the DevTools and refresh the page, you'll be fine. Like,
Yeah.
it'll refresh them. It's kind of like when you edit the CSS or something.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, but I already did that, so I don't know. You see this? Sorry, failed to load resource. The server responded with the status of 404. I feel like it doesn't allow you. I feel like maybe DynamoDB doesn't allow it.
We've made it angry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let me just try a different name just to be sure. Yeah, it doesn't allow it. That's cool.
What doesn't it allow?
The script tags. It seems
it
like
doesn't?
Dynamo. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to do it. And then, so I've just tried this one and it works. So, yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's pretty cool. It protects you.
Yeah, that's pretty nice then.
Yeah. All right, Tori. Shall we call it a night then?
Wait, could you just go back to that page real quick?
Okay. Oh. You had to do it.
Yeah. That's what I was doing the last 3 minutes. I was like, oh, let me find. So he was just sending a bunch of those. Like, it was crazy. My cheeks hurt, man. Oh, it's funny. It's such a funny. I'm glad it was such a fun way to learn about security.
True. That's very interesting. Like I didn't know it's possible.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty scary too when like you create your own application.
True.
You're like, oh man, I was so nervous about that. Whenever I'm developing an application, I'm like, but of course nobody uses anything. It's just me.
Yeah, it's things you don't really think about, like, yeah, you never really think about it. But I wonder if you can do it on the actual, like on the original Scrumble, to be honest. Maybe with some effort you'd be able to figure it out.
Yeah, maybe with some effort. Yeah, like these like tools like these pen testing tools. For instance, which are just like a suite of tools, like a penetration tester will just whip up their tools, and that would just be like the starting point, and then they can just like literally go through the checklist of tools, like scanning like different parts of the page with known vulnerabilities, like lists, and just checking for things on your page,
Mhm.
or through your whole website, kind of like in almost a mostly automated way. And I'm sure bots can pretty much do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course, like that would probably just be the first layer. Like people know like what they're doing. These
Yeah.
black hat, white hat, gray hat, blah blah blah. Like, and they're
Mhm.
smart because they know
Yeah.
how to exploit vulnerabilities.
Mhm.
Even in code, like some of these code exploitations, I see them on like Dependabot and I don't understand. Okay, whatever. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know how you do that, but cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I was listening to like Darknet Aries today as well. But anyways, there's this one of the podcasts they were talking about how some people's like obviously there's like people who find these exploits and they're like good people who reveal it to the world and that sort of thing. But there's also like people who find it and they kind of they sell it to other people for like a lot of
Yeah.
money. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I know. You can. The other thing too that's crazy is that actually revealing an exploit can actually put you in jeopardy. Even if you're trying to be a good person, if you know there's some vulnerability or something, and the company, let's say the company doesn't have a bug bounty for such thing, you could actually get in trouble even if you're just like reporting it, which is kind of nuts. But at the same time, it kind of
Wow.
makes sense in a way, because you could I could be going on websites right now, just like checking things, trying to hack it, right? And like
Yeah.
technically, I think in most places that's illegal, at least to a certain extent. So like, yeah, kind of a gray area.
Wow. Interesting. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, let's
should we
call it.
call it a night for the show? Cool. Thanks everyone for joining us on another episode of Bill Break and Fix. This is Tori and I's, I would say, last episode for the time being. Sadly, yeah.
It was
Where
a
we
good
got
one,
to.
though.
It was a fun one. Agreed. Yeah, we got to.
About fart exploitation. How the fart exploitation.
We got to explore the fart exploitation. Yeah, and what do we do to do it? Do we use the WebSocket function, right? Essentially, to
we just send the message in the WebSocket, which on the back end. So basically, in short, the WebSocket gets sent to AWS API Gateway with the message from the whatever we're sending it, and then that spins up our Lambda, which then gets that message, takes the text from the note or whatever other things we're sending, and then it gets all the connection IDs in the database who are connected to that particular board, and then broadcasts that message to all of them. The problem is none of it is sanitized, and it's all open. It's not authenticated, so you could send whatever you want in there.
Yeah. So actually, that's really on our part. That's something we need to fix, don't we? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Another one for the Jira board. So yeah, guys, if you wanna check out more of this, and when we get to the fix at a later stage, make sure you join us. Same time, same place, and
different task.
different task. Cool. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks everyone. Have a great night. Oh, good job, man. Turn it up.